Hey guys, welcome back to Shakir's Fashion History. This video is on Louis Vuitton. Tell me why I was literally in the middle of making this entire video and I clicked out of the tab and I thought that I lost every single thing that I made with this PowerPoint. I was literally so ready to just jump out of windows. Ridiculous. So let's get into this video. This video is going to be on Louis Vuitton, or as people say it in America, Louis Vuitton, and why it's so expensive. We're gonna go over the history and some of the most big features about the brand. So let's get into it. That picture is actually of the person, Louis Vuitton. So let's get into this right now. Louis Vuitton was a French designer and businessman. He founded the Louis Vuitton brand of leather goods. He was born August 4th, 1821 in France. Um, he lost his parents at a very, very early age. I believe he lost his mother when he was around 13. And his father died not too much longer after that. So he set foot. He set foot from his small town in France, and he walked. Did you not literally set foot from his place to Paris, which was literally like how if let's say if you live in a small town in America and you want your dreams to come true in Chicago or New York or LA, you set foot on there. So it took him 3 years to get to Paris. He arrived when he was 16 years old, and he got a small internship, I believe. It's not the right word, but he got a small job making leather goods and being a bellboy. So these over here were the trunks of the time. Most of the trunks had the rounded off tops, as you can see, and they weren't too out there and stuff like that. So it was really hard for the for people to stack their trunks together, in the when they were traveling, so they couldn't stack their trunks together, and it was kind of hard to move. So he created the flat top trunk, um, and he extremely popularized the flat top trunk. And these trunks became so freaking famous that literally nobody but the elite wealthy wanted Louis Vuitton to cater to them. They wanted him to make my trunks and everything. So he worked with nothing but the elite wealthy of the 1800s. And as you can see down here, here are Louis Vuitton and his men. And these are some of his early works. Do not mind the truck going by. I don't know why that's happening. Okay. So here are some early ads of Louis Vuitton. As you can see, his trunks were really, really desired by the wealthy, and if you had the money to get your hands on them, um, you were able to. Look at how freaking opulent these ads. They don't make ads like these anymore. These are some really opulent ads. They're gorgeous, especially this one. My eye is on that one. So it's just I kid you not, it's just so stunning. So Louis Vuitton was so sought after and admired by the wealthy. Empress Eugenie de Montijo wanted Louis Vuitton to become her personal trunk maker. So he traveled everywhere with Empress Eugenie. And if you don't know who Empress Eugenie is, she was the wife of Napoleon III. So the name Napoleon should just ring a bell right off the top of your head. So that's who she was. And after Louis Vuitton's death in 1892, his son George Vuitton took over the Louis Vuitton brand, and he created the iconic um, Louis Vuitton monogram that we know today. So when Louis Vuitton came out, it's so funny. A lot of people think that this was the overall look, but it wasn't. He had these striped trunks and the basic trunks. When he died, Louis Vuitton created this um, canvas as a tribute to his father with the LV. Also, the Damier canvas that Louis Vuitton has, which is also known like locally as the checkerboard canvas. That was also made by Georges Vuitton, and it was actually made to prevent counterfeiting at the time. So if you look at the checkered pattern of Louis Vuitton bags, and you'll see like there's one small check that says Louis Vuitton Paris. And back then, it was not that easy to counterfeit, but counterfeiting was happening. And he made the checkerboard canvas to stop counterfeiting, because if you were going around saying this is a Louis Vuitton item, they would look and he would see that that's not a Louis Vuitton item because it does not have the Louis Vuitton Paris checkbox. I'm sorry. Okay, so throughout the years, Louis Vuitton made more luggage, like these pieces right here and everything like that. So basically, just one of the most sought after brands, the elite wealthy. This was the first ever Louis Vuitton purse. This is the Speedy handbag. Actually, no, this was the keep all, basically. But it was made into a purse through the request of Audrey Hepburn. If you guys don't know who Audrey Hepburn is, she was one of the biggest actresses of the 1950s and 60s. Um, you might know her from her works in Sabrina, um, Roman Holiday, and her most famous work ever, Breakfast at Tiffany's. So she carried the Louis Vuitton Speedy bag, which, like I said, originally was the keep all, but they minimized it into a purse. So that is Audrey Hepburn carrying it, and she popularized the bag. This bag today, let me give you guys some information on this bag. This bag today retails at Louis Vuitton for $1,550. Back then, in the 50s, the Louis Vuitton bags were around $200, and now they're over $1,500. The next purse that Louis Vuitton made is the Alma, which is so funny because the Alma has a connection to the Chanel brand, as the Alma came out per request of Coco Chanel back in 1925. So she had that bag personally made for her. No one else was carrying it. And in 1932, they wanted to bring the bag out, and she said that was perfectly fine with her. So that is the history of the Louis Vuitton Alma. And again, Louis Vuitton was around like the 50s. Louis Vuitton became admired not just by the rich, but by celebrity. Louis Vuitton was one of the brands that really was admired by celebrities. Like I said, Audrey Hepburn was one. But here is a trunk owned by the most famous woman in pop culture, Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe didn't have a lot of Louis Vuitton. She didn't really own a lot of expensive things. Marilyn was a very humble person. She was focused more on being just, she didn't really care about material items. I have a whole video on Marilyn Monroe's style in the 60s, and I do feature this trunk. But this is a Louis Vuitton trunk that Marilyn Monroe owned. Also, on the other hand, we have Elizabeth Taylor, who was another huge actress in the 1950s, and she spanned from the 1950s until her death in 2011. So she lived a beautiful, long life. But Elizabeth Taylor, at her height, was known for like this diva glamour. She has the most expensive jewelry collection out of any other old Hollywood star. She literally is larger than life. She is the definition of the Hollywood glamorous diva. So she was known to travel with over 30 pieces of Louis Vuitton luggage. That's how much of a Louis Vuitton fan she was. Elizabeth Taylor was nothing but just opulent and expensive. And of course, Louis Vuitton fits her brand. Throughout the 70s and 80s, Louis Vuitton gained more pop culture and celebrity. Celebrities alike all were carrying Louis Vuitton as their travel bags and as their everyday bags. Over here, you have Cher carrying her Louis Vuitton wallet, Liza Minnelli with her Speedy, Joan Collins with like her thousands of pieces of luggage. This is actually one of my favorite pictures of all time. Kid you freaking not. Sophia Loren and Zsa Zsa Gabor. Fun fact, when Zsa Zsa Gabor died, at her memorial service, her ashes were carried in a Louis Vuitton bag. So she was a big Louis Vuitton fan. In 1997, Marc Jacobs, yes, the Marc Jacobs known for the Marc Jacobs brand, became creative director and head of Louis Vuitton. So it's so interesting with this because we all know Marc Jacobs as being this whimsical designer, and he added so much like Y2K flair and modernism to Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton did not do anything but make leather goods and handbags and luggage. When Marc Jacobs came on the scene, he was the first person to um, make clothes for Louis Vuitton. So he was the first person to start their pret-a-porter or ready-to-wear line. So now Louis Vuitton started having a runway collection of clothing and everything, and it wasn't just simple down to leather goods. One of the most famous Louis Vuitton collaborations in history is the Takashi Murakami collaboration. Takashi Murakami is a Japanese contemporary artist. He works in fine arts and media as well as commercial, and it's known for blurring the lines between high and low arts as well as co-aesthetic characteristics. So this is like, again, I remember as a kid seeing my mom carry one of the Takashi Murakami collaborations, and I'm just like, this bag is so fun. It has all the colors. I more so saw the white one. I remember God, like this bag gives me so much nostalgia. And then this is one of my favorite ads of Louis Vuitton. It's Naomi Campbell in the desert, and it's just like her beautiful black skin just it's just glistening and with the yeah. And here's Takashi Murakami over here in the corner. Also, since we're going into the 2000s, these two people popularized the Louis Vuitton mirrored Almas. Over here, you have Paris Hilton, who is the great granddaughter of the hotel empire, Conrad Hilton, who created the Hilton hotels and multi-billion-dollar company. So she is the heiress of the Hilton fortune. And in 2000, in the 2000s, she was known as a party girl. You know, she was partying around with Britney and Lindsay Lohan and Nicole Richie, and she was best friends with this little girl over here, as we all know, who is Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is she is the daughter of the wealthy attorney Robert Kardashian, who is known for his O.J. Simpson trial. He was one of the most wealthy um, attorneys in Beverly Hills. Over time, Kim Kardashian was hanging out with Paris Hilton. She gained her own fame, and she also sprung to fame over that little tape that we all know of. And she's also now becoming a lawyer herself, and she is a businesswoman with a billion-dollar makeup company and whatever have you. Just look her up. If you haven't heard of Kim Kardashian or Paris Hilton, you're probably living under a rock. But they like immortalized these two bags in 2006. These are the same Alma bags. These are the same bags in the Alma style. Like I was just talking about with Coco Chanel. These are the mirrored bags, and they immortalize these bags. Like they're gorgeous. Kim had the silver, Paris had the gold, and they actually recreated this bag. If you want to go on YouTube and look up Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, you'll come across that video. They recreated this 2000s look. So this is one of the most iconic photos um, of the 2000s and with Louis Vuitton. So, and also, you cannot bring up Kim Kardashian without bringing up her like publicized and extremely famous marriage to rapper Kanye West. These two beautiful people have four kids together. If you do not know who Kanye West is, he is one of the biggest rappers of all time, one of the most influential rappers of all time. He is from Chicago, Illinois. He is from the South Side. I am from the South Side, so I do feel a connection. He's also one of my favorite rappers. So, yeah. Kanye West calls himself the Louis Vuitton Don. Not only did he carry a lot of Louis Vuitton and Kanye West collaborated and they had their own sneaker line. So honestly, I'm not a big sneaker person, but look, these boys are hot. Like I'm obsessed. Look at these sneakers. I love the red and I love this like brownish color. So that's what Louis Vuitton and Kanye West did. Also, Kanye West did have his birthday party at the Louis Vuitton store in New York. Louis Vuitton actually has one of the most expensive purses ever made in history. To me, this purse is not that flattering. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. It's really not. But this is the Louis Vuitton. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay. This is the Louis Vuitton Tribute Collector's Patchwork Bag, and it retails for over $100,000. And obviously, you should know that one of the most famous people in the entire world and one of the most iconic people in the world, Beyonce, has a um, has one of these bags, and I believe it was limited. Like it's not that many made in the world, so it's kind of limited. As the 2010s go on, we move into that 2010s decade, and of 2020s. Louis Vuitton grows bigger and bigger. Obviously, it just becomes just this immortalized symbol. Um, right here, we have Lady Gaga in a custom Louis Vuitton wheelchair. Look at that. I'm obsessed. She has her Versace heels, her fur on, and a Louis Vuitton wheelchair. This picture was taken during the time she was living in Chicago. Um, and then we have Latoya Jackson with her Louis Vuitton dog carrier. If you don't know who Latoya Jackson is, she is the sister of the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. And then we have the legendary Rihanna, who is really attached to this brand. Rihanna's a big Louis Vuitton fan. Rihanna is a singer, actress, and businesswoman. She is really known for her music, of course, but she is now taking a step away from music and focusing on her fashion and her makeup brand. She is a billionaire, and she has the Fenty Beauty line and Fenty skincare. So she has an actual deeper connection with Louis Vuitton because when Rihanna came out with her luxury brand Fenty, Fenty was bought by LVMH, and in the 80s, LVMH joined with Moet and Hennessy, and they have this big, huge corporation, and they buy brands. So LVMH they have bought Christian Dior, Fendi, and literally thousands of other. Like also with Tiffany and Co, they have so many brands under their name, and Rihanna's Fenty is also under there. In the 2010s, Virgil Abloh became creative director of Louis Vuitton. Marc Jacobs left in 2014, and I believe Virgil Abloh came later on. So Virgil is, to me personally, like his time at Louis Vuitton will go down in freaking history. Nobody, first of all, he was the first black head of Louis Vuitton's menswear collection. So, and he's also from Illinois, and he is also friends with Kanye. He was really close with Kanye West. So, like Virgil, literally is an innovator. He brought really streetwear. He like Louis Vuitton made streetwear, but he really brought streetwear to Louis Vuitton. He is also the founder of Off White. So Off White's really nothing but streetwear. So as you can really see, like the connection between like Off White and Louis Vuitton during Virgil's time at Louis Vuitton, he immortalized this Louis Vuitton military jacket, which is like kind of like an homage to obviously military, but it reminds me a lot of that Michael Jackson look in the 1980s when he was wearing the like military jackets at the Grammys. And then he also immortalized these mirrored bags and these chain bags right here. Like Virgil is literally nothing but a legend, and it's like how can you even like so Virgil's time at Louis Vuitton came to an end when he sadly passed away in 2021 of cancer. I was personally shocked because I was just like, whoa, like, and then obviously when that happens, you worry about what's going to happen with Louis Vuitton. So, And another classic bag that I feel is becoming a classic in the making is the Louis Vuitton On The Go. This is literally becoming another Alma. It's becoming another Speedy. It's becoming another Keep All. Like, it's becoming another Murakami classic. Like, it's literally a classic. It is the huge monogram, and on the sides it has the regular monogram size. This bag is so popular now because you didn't really see like that nothing sorry you didn't really see anything like this in the past. So with this bag, it's just so freaking like it's different and it's pretty. So over here you have Cardi B walking down the streets of New York with this bag. Cardi B is a rapper. And then you have Nicki Minaj over here with her on the go, but she has hers in a more like vibrant, like hers is a colorful, it's vibrant because I do have different colors. And Nicki Minaj is a rapper, actress, and singer. She is known as the queen of hip hop. Before we close out, I want to talk about my personal favorite Louis Vuitton collection ever. It is with the collaborator Jeff Koons, who is a known, like internationally known pop artist. He's known for the Balloon Dog, and he also created the Koons Gazing Ball, which is on the cover of Lady Gaga's Art Pop album. He created the Jeff Koons collection for Louis Vuitton. What Jeff did, he took some of the most legendary paintings in the world and put them on Louis Vuitton bags. I'm like, first of all, this collection stuff. I'm an art lover. I'm from, like I said, I'm from Chicago. I go to the Art Institute all the time. When I'm in New York, I hit up the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I want to go to the Louvre in Paris. I'm an art lover. So he took iconic pieces like the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci and put them on this like pieces of Louis Vuitton. It even has, the Jeff Koons signature right here. And even if you unzip the bag, on each piece, it has the history of the artwork on the inside. So he took pieces from Leonardo da Vinci, Claude Monet, Peter Paul Rubens, Vincent van Gogh, and more. Like, he took some of the most iconic artworks from these paintings and put these on purses, along with giving the history of the purses. Like, I mean, giving the history of the artwork, and you know, like, I'm obsessed with this freaking collaboration. I want to get my hands on one. Obviously, they're not sold anymore. It was a limited edition collection, but I can probably go on like the resale sites and get them. I know they're probably gonna cost like my damn like fucking sorry, but they're probably gonna cost like an arm and a leg. Didn't mean to curse. I do apologize. But yeah, and Louis Vuitton has so many stores. Louis Vuitton is one of the most like copied brands. It's one of the most like again like anybody who's anybody has a Louis Vuitton bag. You know, it's just all of the places like anybody really who is into luxury has a Louis Vuitton bag. Like they're all like I can't even explain it. Like growing up, I would always see my mom carry Louis Vuitton, and I didn't realize how expensive it was as I got older. I'm like, oh my god, okay, well, this is a status symbol, you know. So they have amazing stores all over the world. In America, there are only 530 Louis Vuitton stores in America, and these are the most popular. So, right, this is actually not in America. This is in Paris. So this was the first Louis Vuitton store, and it's actually the biggest. Um, this is the Louis Vuitton store in New York on Fifth Avenue. I've been to this one. It's gorgeous. This is the Louis Vuitton store in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, California, on Rodeo Drive. And then this is the Louis Vuitton store in Chicago on Michigan Avenue. And this actually sits at the bottom of the Palm Olive building, which was formerly the Playboy headquarters. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you made it this far in the video, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, Louis Vuitton is well known for using some of the finest materials and craftsmanship to create their designer bags. The key materials they use to produce their range of iconic bags are coated canvases, leather, and exotic skins. So if you're a person that loves nothing but luxury, if you're a person that loves status symbols, that really just want something nice and just like the expensive handbags and luxury, Louis Vuitton is a good brand for you. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe and have a great night or a great day, whatever freaking time you're watching.